Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast, Hashtag 135. I am your host, Alexis Appleby, and I'd like to thank you for actually taking your time to listen to our district podcast and hanging out with us today. And let me not forget my two co-hosts. First, we have Mr. Craig Bland, principal of Jordan Elementary School, and we have Mr. Clark, superintendent of CCS 135. And together, we have the Craigs.
Craig squared.
And Mr. Bland is back from vacation.
Woohoo! I've been in Laguna Beach.
I missed you.
Yeah, we had Kristen Stedlin on last time, and she, stepped in. She was a good co-host.
Yeah, that's not why I missed you, because I was glad that she was here.
Yeah,
I just missed you because you're my friend.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. I appreciate that. You're my friend, too.
That's all we've got.
That's all we've got.
I hope you all are feeling the love here. And speaking of love, I'd like us to introduce our special guest today. She is our district health supervisor and day-to-day nurse. Please welcome Mrs. Amanda Schmidt.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Amanda, and how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to see all the kids again.
Good. Well, we're glad to have you back. Have you enjoyed your summer off?
I have. Summers are busy for me. Lots of travel with my two daughters. They both play travel softball. So, we're kind of winding it back down. My house is a mess, but,
It's time for new lawn chairs.
it is time
Every
for
summer.
Every single summer.
They get worn out.
Yep.
They do.
Do you have to carry them?
Well, like all the other softball moms, I have a wagon. So,
Oh, okay.
I pack my entire suitcase and life in my wagon, and then we go field to field.
I discovered that just a few weeks ago. I was at a baseball game over in O'Fallon, and all of the mothers had those little wagons that they were pulling, and I'm like, well, this is kind of strange, but they had all their gear tucked in those wagons.
Yeah,
so.
if you don't have
Smart
a wagon,
idea.
you're new to the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Are there snacks in that
old.
wagon?
There are always snacks in the wagon.
Healthy snacks.
We come from a time where we had them over our backs, carrying
Our snacks?
the chairs.
Oh, I was like, wow, you took a lot of snacks.
That's a lot of snacks. What do you got in there?
A little hungry.
So, Amanda, how long have you been in the district?
This will be my 5th year, and I honestly can't believe it's year 5. It goes by so quickly, but I've learned a lot. Oh.
I have an injury, Nurse Schmidt. I just hit my headset on the microphone. Could you attend to my injuries, please?
Luckily, we have a nurse on duty.
Thank goodness.
Not officially on the clock.
Sorry, we can't help you.
I'm out of luck.
Well, speaking, what made you decide to become a nurse?
Well, I worked in hospital settings and office settings before this. I just kind of fell into nursing. I really like science, and it just fit.
Yeah.
School nursing, when my youngest started kindergarten, I thought, well, that's a great thing to do for my kids' schedule. I'm on their schedule.
Right.
And started here and just fell in love with it.
That's good.
She was very instrumental during our COVID
Very
prep
helpful. Yes.
and
She was on-
implementation.
She was on the clock 24/7.
Yes, she was.
She was.
And a lot of people looking back at COVID, how frustrating it was for parents. I totally get the frustration. It's not like we were immune to the frustration,
Amen.
but I so appreciate the fact that in our district we stayed so consistent and to the policies, and I think that helped parents and kids and staff, and that could be attributed to her being on top of her
Agreed.
game. So.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you very much. It was an interesting couple years. That's for sure.
You could write a book.
Yeah, I could write a book.
Maybe a few.
At least a podcast, maybe.
A little bit shorter.
Right.
And then, what I wanted to know, we know that you're a nurse here, but who is Amanda outside of the district? What else other than softball, with your kids and everything? What else are you into, like community-wise? Anything else outside the district that we can brag about you about today?
Man, you are acting like I have more hours in the day than I do. That's for sure. No, anything that's with the school buildings, especially, it's easier with my kids. I love
Right.
to be involved in stuff like that. Softball really does take up a whole bunch of our time. time, year round we do this.
I know I tried to get you on the podcast a little bit longer ago, but you had
we were out of town
softball.
Yep. And this afternoon we're going on a college visit for my oldest one.
Oh, that's great. Where are we going?
Wabash.
Oh,
Over
right.
by Mount Carmel. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yep.
That way, not too far from home, too.
That's exactly that's what Mom wants.
I can't believe she's old enough to be considering
I know.
colleges at this point.
She went 1st through 3rd grade with Mr. Bland.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
And then I had our youngest the last couple of years.
Yep.
But she's moving on to the middle school now.
She is.
Wow.
She's going to be in my building this year for the first time.
And how do you feel about that?
She's my kid that wants to do her own thing, so it's honestly probably going to be like she's not there.
Okay.
She's a good girl.
Yeah, she is a good girl, but
That's
she
good.
wants to be with her teacher and her friends, and she's not too impressed with Mom at work.
Okay, gotcha. Is she into TikToks or anything like that too? Are we a TikTok family?
She is an outdoor kid.
Okay.
Yeah, if you give her a rock and a stick and some mud,
Cool.
that's her happy place.
Okay,
Yep,
gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So now my older one, she's got the TikTok.
What are some trends that are going on TikTok now? Do you know anything about them that you've seen her do? Any of those dance moves?
So I haven't seen any dance moves, but I have seen some kids that are posting their TikToks on Facebook, and they are putting water in their mouth and hitting each other in the face with tortillas.
What?
Tortillas?
Tortilla challenge. I'm not making this
What
up.
a waste of a good tortilla.
I mean, you can still eat it if you want, I guess.
If you want.
If
That's
you
I don't
want.
want to have to smack somebody in the face.
I'm not sure the goal. I think it's to keep the water in your mouth the longest, but they just keep hitting each other with tortillas.
I think so. And then the goal is not to laugh, right? And to spit all the water
Correct.
out, which you see people.
All I see is the spit of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if I go to tequilas and I see someone doing this, I won't be.
You won't be shocked. Now
I'll be
you know.
shocked.
You probably
I
won't
guess.
even be the first, no.
No, not at all.
Crazy.
Tequilas. That sounds good.
And it's lunchtime.
Chips
Well, that's what I'm thinking about food always.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to let everyone know, don't forget us to follow us on social media. Actually, we do have a TikTok, and maybe we can get Mr. Clark and Mr. Bland to do the tortilla challenge. And
Now you put us on the spot.
Great idea.
We'll see.
I'm
We'll
not sure whether I
see.
could keep the water in my mouth.
Well, if I get an opportunity to hit him with
Well, I was
something,
going to say,
and
he would
it's
love
legal,
that to hit
might
me in
be
the
great.
face. So, I mean,
You should sign
That would be,
waivers, health waivers. That's
Right.
We
The
might
nurse is
need a
here.
nurse on standby for that.
We'll make
I'll
sure.
I'll be on duty for that.
Yeah. Oh, she definitely.
I'll make sure
Phone
I
in
file
hand.
an accident report after that.
Phone in hand. So if we,
OSHA, if you're listening.
if we
Save
happen to
us.
do this challenge, follow us on YouTube. We actually have some subscribers now, guys. We are having a following. It's
Follow us, please.
that way you can
Like
see,
us.
see some tortilla challenges.
Hey, I also want to say before we get off here that we're starting school, and I'm going to announce that Schiller is going to be having an open house on August the 17th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. On that evening. So if you have a Schiller student in your family, you want to make sure you go to open house. I'm sure you'll get all kinds of information, but an opportunity, to see your kid's classroom. It's been a while since we've really had a chance to open up the schools and say, come on in, parents.
That's true.
And that kind of got to do that at the end of last year. So after about 2 or 3 years, this will be a welcome addition to our school year. So come out and take a look at Schiller School.
And on that note, Jordan will be having their open house on Monday, August 22nd from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And that's just an opportunity to meet the faculty and staff and to view our facilities. And I had mentioned previously on a podcast that we were getting our lockers painted, and I left the building this morning and the painters are here. So we're going to have nice new hunter green lockers in the entire school building. So we're really sprucing up things. So come see us, meet your teachers, and just check out the facilities.
And for clarification, Hunter Green is not the artist, it's the color. So
Thank you for that clarification. Oh my gosh. He is on a roll today.
He is on a roll.
because I'm hungry.
Where is that? Where's that snare. There we go. We have to have that on standby at all times when Mr. Clark is speaking.
Or trying to make a joke too.
Don't start him with the jokes. Do you have a joke for us today?
No, I don't.
He
Okay.
usually has a joke for me, but I just walk away after
I love dad jokes.
Yeah, those are the jokes he's usually telling.
So listen next time for a dad joke. Well, we would really like to thank Amanda for joining us today on our podcast. And we would like to thank all of our listeners for tuning in. So stay tuned next week to hear from our next guest from the district. And we'll see you next time here on #135.